So, big news out of Washington. President Trump Australia's Prime Minister Anthony Albanese just signed a critical minerals agreement at the White House, marking their first bilateral summit. Here's the headline. The deal's been in the works for about 4 to 5 months, and it unlocks an $8.5 billion project pipeline that Albanese says is ready to go. Both countries are putting real money on the table. $1 billion each over the next 6 months for joint projects. Why this matters? Rare earths and other critical minerals are the quiet backbone of modern tech. Think semiconductors, defense systems, EV motors, and wind turbines. China currently supplies over 2/3 of the world's rare earths and dominates processing. And with new export controls from Beijing, the U.S. is racing to diversify. Enter Australia. Lithium, cobalt, manganese, plus the world's 4th largest rare earth deposits. It's also home to the only producer of heavy rare earths outside China, Linus. Australia's ambassador even joked the country equals the periodic table, saying it can supply 30 to 40 of the 50 critical minerals the U.S. tracks. So what's actually in this agreement? Expect funding to flow into exploration, mining, refining, and midstream processing, essentially building a full non-China supply chain from the ground to the factory floor. Think joint ventures, shared tech, and long-term offtake deals so manufacturers can bank on supply. This minerals push also links to defense. The Aukus Pact, Australia, the US, and the UK, is still moving forward. It's a massive $368 billion plan. Australia buys U.S. nuclear-powered submarines starting in 2032, then co-builds a new class with Britain. A U.S. Navy official says both sides are tightening the original framework to clear up ambiguities. Australia's already chipping in $2 billion this year to boost capacity at American sub-shipyards. Put it together and you've got a 2-track strategy. Secure the materials that feed advanced manufacturing and deepen military interoperability in the Indo-Pacific. For the U.S., that means less vulnerability to single-supplier shocks. For Australia, it's capital tech and guaranteed demand. Will it work? The challenges are real: permitting timelines, environmental standards, refining bottlenecks, and the sheer cost of scaling. Processing is the hardest part, and that's where China's lead is biggest. But with cash committed and timelines set, this is the clearest signal yet that Washington and Canberra plan to build an end-to-end alternative. Bottom line, a fresh minerals-packed real money in the pipeline, Aukus still on track, and a tighter U.S.-Australia partnership aimed at keeping the chips, batteries, and subs rolling without depending on Beijing. That's the update. If you want a deeper dive on how rare earth refining actually works and why it's so hard, I've got a follow-up coming next.